Dumelang friends. My name is Misi, founder of Octoberlily Wellness and the voice behind the How Are You Guided Meditation series. And welcome to this part of the How Are You Guided Meditation Reflections. Today we reflect on boundaries. After our values reflection last week, something became very clear. Values showed us what matters, and boundaries protect what matters. And today we bring the two together. Let's start with the clarity of what boundaries are not and what boundaries are. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are commitments that you make to yourself about how you want to be treated. They are the limits that keep you well while keeping you connected. They honor your energy, boundaries reflect your values, and they allow you to engage without losing yourself. A boundary simply says, here's what's okay for me, and here is what is not. The types of boundaries that exist are emotional boundaries, time boundaries, physical/space boundaries, intellectual boundaries, financial, social, digital, and spiritual boundaries. And in every category, boundaries can show up as either healthy, porous, or rigid. Healthy simply means saying yes with intention, saying no without guilt, and speaking your needs honestly, staying open without abandoning yourself. Porous, saying yes when you mean no, oversharing, absorbing others' emotions, and allowing people to cross lines to avoid conflict. Rigid, keeping people at arm's length, shutting down vulnerability, avoiding closeness, and not letting others support you. Now, in our values reflection, we named what matters through the gratitude practice. Now let's look at how boundaries can protect exactly those things that matter to us. Let's begin with home. We'll use two examples from last week. We'll use home and we'll borrow good health. So beginning with home, uploading a boundary here, I'm going to suggest that we attribute the space, time, emotional, and financial boundaries. So how you healthily uphold a boundary to protect your home here can look like you communicate how people may engage your home. You honor routines that nourish you. You also ensure that everyone who lives in the home contributes to its well-being and integrity. Porous, you allow unannounced visits. You ignore your own need for rest or solitude. And you're perhaps being overly understanding of others' lack of responsibility or care. Rigid, never letting anyone in, even when connection or support would help or hold you. And moving on to good health. So here I would say most, if not all, of the types of boundaries can apply here, because good health speaks to how balanced each part of your life kind of has harmony. A healthy way to protect good health and longevity will be you honor rest, you limit after hours work, you take digital breaks, you make financial choices that support your long-term wellness, and you honor your emotional well-being. Porous, you skip rest, you're overscheduling, overspending, ignoring your body signals. Rigid, you're over-controlling routines, you're refusing help or support, you're not asking for help or support, and you being inflexible. So those two are just an example of how you can uphold boundaries in each of these areas. So we just borrowed 2, and we looked at how you can healthily, porous, or rigidly be upholding a boundary, and what shifts you may need to look into to find a way to healthily upholding boundaries in each part of your life. Now I'm going to invite you to just take a slow inhale and exhale using your natural breath rhythm. If you feel comfortable and it feels alright for you, I invite you to just gently close your eyes. Wherever you are, you don't need to necessarily be seated, lying down. As you are, just gently close your eyes if you can. Ask yourself, where am I overextending myself? Where am I not being honest with myself? Where am I overextending myself? Where am I not being honest with myself? Whatever arises, be aware. No pushing away. And also reflect on, where am I shutting down or closing off myself too much? Where am I not asking for help or not opening myself to receive help? Where am I shutting myself down and closing off too much? And where am I rejecting or not even asking for help? Let the first truth that arises simply be no judgment, simply awareness arriving. Let it settle. Just take an intentional inhale and exhale here using your natural breath. Letting go of all patterns may feel scary, overwhelming and unfamiliar, because it's been ways we've been protecting ourselves to survive and belong. But it is necessary and unlearning, especially after years of carrying things long after you started breaking your back. One day at a time. And if you had your eyes closed, you may slowly start blinking your eyes open. Return to the room. Don't forget to breathe. In closing, the How Are You guided meditation series has always been about honesty, self-awareness, and cultivating a practice to reflect and look within. If you feel stretched thin, resentful, overwhelmed, or just constantly knackered, you're not failing. If you're feeling isolated or you're isolating, you're not failing. You simply may need to redefine a boundary or 2 or 3, or look into your emotional world. To close this reflection, remember, boundaries are how you stay well while staying healthily connected. Boundaries are how you stay well while staying healthily connected. Catch you in the next reflection, and thank you for allowing yourself to tune in this moment.